Hello and welcome everybody. Here I am again with the bus simulator and my most awesome bus simulator driver's cap. I hope you still like it. It's awesome. So, what am I here to show you today? Today is all about the new map extension that is exactly coming out in 59 minutes and 23 seconds. So, please stay tuned and see what it is all about and why we are so proud of showing it off, because it has become really, really nice. So, this is the map as you know it in Bus Simulator. Lots of bus stops, of course. Here the old town, the urban area, then the residential district, then the agricultural district, harbor, business, and villages surrounding the area. But now what is added is an all new area down here. Huge amount of area covered here. This is two major hubs again for the people living in Seaside Valley. That is Kerststadt on the eastern side at the coast. Basically here we wanted to capture this nice feeling of going by the coast and looking down and having this fantastic view down there towards the harbor and the business district. And then over here we finally have it there, the airport. It has been the most requested feature in history. And we now have it in game and you can finally drive the bus towards there. And then we have something for our really hardcore fans. Something that is not easy to drive at all and will challenge you to the bone. Like here up the serpentines into Sonnstein. And Sonnstein is an amazing village which is all about basically the alpine feeling. I mean, this is actually very dear to me because we are located in Innsbruck, so it's all about Alps. And I kind of have to show you guys. This is the view. These are the Alps, and that's the feeling we wanted to capture with our stream, with our map extension, of course. And I will show it off in the stream, of course. So I'd say we jump right in. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will try to answer them as much as I can. Please bear with me because I'll also have to steer a bus and there is hundreds of lives at stake here. So I prepared a route here starting from Kerststadt. We will go around about a little bit so I can show you a little bit the sights there. Then we will move off to the airport over there. Then the Serpentines up through a cool Huff Tunnel, which is very awesome, I feel, and ending it at the main square in Sonnstein. So let's get started. I'm currently thinking I will probably go with the Lion City A47 with this awesome skin. I myself play the piano, so this is just immediately something that stuck, and that's what I wanted to do. And please see this cool airplane back there, just to show how awesome airplanes are. And I hope we will see one too in the game. So let's get started. So here we are in the middle of Kerststadt. So you can already see there is a different vibe to this part of the city. You have the alpine background, also back there you have some mountains, and there you see it's a mixture between the inner city of the main map and of course the let's say capturing this feeling of a more modern inner city of a village, basically with more space, more open areas, more grandeur basically, and also having a lot of very nice buildings that are partially old buildings, partially new buildings. So here we go, let's pick up our first passengers at the University of Technology. So, thank you very much for your ongoing support also for the past months. This was an amazing trip, there was so much feedback from you guys, we tried to incorporate a lot of it. Kerststadt and the Alpine City, the region is really only a small part about it. So, let me talk a little bit more about the roadmap. There is a lot more stuff coming still. I mean, we still hear your feedback. There's a lot of things planned, and we have actually a very cool public roadmap for everybody who is interested in seeing what's coming next. Just check out the roadmap. It's there available on Trello publicly, and you can see what we have planned for the future. So here we are in the center of the city again, just leaving the University of Technology, which is back there next to this nice little chapel, and now we go to the right.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Oh, sorry. Now I looked at the chat and suddenly this happens. Please don't do this at home. So, past this one. Very nice scenery, modern looking again. And here it is. So,
I was not made for this.
nice sculpture here. Modern art is just amazing. And keeping it simple yet beautiful. So, here we are at the Planetarium along the coast road. That was a very big thing for us because we wanted to have this view. We wanted to have and see that far. This is also performance-wise very, very challenging for us to get as far. But we managed to get it up to 55, 60 FPS on this computer right here while I'm streaming. So I think that's pretty darn impressive what our tech guys did here. So Tyson Planetarium is how we dubbed this planetarium. And
very punctual. Thank you.
I'm looking too much around. I'm really not focusing too much about driving. That's probably not a good trait of a driver, especially one wearing this awesome hat. So I would say I will try to focus more on the road. I just heard it is currently lagging in the stream. That's weird. And it's super smooth here.
Feels like we partied the whole night through at the old sawmill. I'm so tired.
So I hope it's getting better because I mean it should really run smoothly. The tests it did. So here we have a nice gas station. And now re-entering the village district. So this map extension of course will be released today. I have the countdown in my stream here. It's now 51 minutes to the map extension release. I'm just here to give you a little bit of a sneak peek. By the way, I'm Julian. I totally forgot to introduce myself. So I'm Julian from Stillalive Studios, the developers behind Bus Simulator and this map extension. So I also read a lot about the different comments asking about the console version. I do know we are on it. It's really a lot of work, but we are making very good progress. So the plan is to release soon in summer. So I have another question here from Gecko. If one has to buy, so if basically the two of you playing together in multiplayer, and if both people, both players have to buy the DLC. No. So the cool thing is, if one of you guys has the DLC, the other one can also drive the routes that have been created through the new extensions areas. The only thing you cannot do as a non-owner, so to say, you cannot create new routes in that area. But like if I own the DLC, I can create routes and edit them and do whatever I want, and everybody within the same save game, within the same multiplayer session, can also then just play the game and basically play every route there is. Also the ones in the DLC area. Oh, reading the chat while driving still. This is not a good thing. So I'm still getting complaints about lagging on Facebook. It's very annoying. And I'm not sure how to fix that right now. I have a decent frame rate here. But I can definitely check. Let me just stop here, let passengers on, and then let me really quickly check. Okay. So I killed a couple more processes. Hopefully that does the trick. I hope the lagging is fixed now. I mean, even though I have a hard time understanding why the setting would even have influenced it, but still. If it fixed the issue, all the better. So, here we are. Approaching our next stop in Kerststadt dormitory. Because of course we have a university here in Kerststadt. There is not just the Wachowski industry who actually is a good old friend with which you might recall out of Bus Simulator 16. Wachowski, if you anyways, that's definitely somebody to check out in 16. But now we have here Wachowski industry and of course an entire series of new missions and something that has been requested tremendously often, and that is new barks. So there is a lot of new one-liners and comments within the bus of the passengers. So yeah, be in for a fun ride because there is a lot more variety now and there is some really nice hidden informations to be found there. So now we are leaving Kerststadt. There is the Wachowski industry, of course. And now we are approaching the countryside. I'm just taking those guys over. Ah, this is awesome. Yeah, sorry. Again, reading the chat. So, here we are and leaving Kerststadt. Going through the countryside of things and towards the more alpine area and especially important, the very close airport. So if we watch out, maybe we are in luck and there is an airplane coming in or taking off at the horizon somewhere. There in the background we already see the first tower of the airport and we will approach it soon. As you can see, Sonnstein, there would be another way to get to Sonnstein, but right now we are heading there towards the airport. So also today we are actually raffling 3 keys for the map extension for exactly this DLC that will come out in like 3/4 of an hour. So make sure to enter the raffle by just staying here until the end of the stream. That's all you need to do. So among all streamers, among all viewers, we will make a raffle across all the streaming channels, of course.
No, he's sick again.
So I don't know if you noticed, there's a lot of comments about the Winter of Passion, that is like the soap opera within the Bus Simulator universe, and it's amazing. There's a lot more details to be found now.
Isn't it beautiful?
In the basically in the passenger dialogue, so you can get more up to date about the show, because I know you were wondering what happened to Johnny. So here we are approaching the airport. There is actually multiple platforms here. Here we stop at platform 1. There is people, there is baggage. This is a very typical airport. So lots of
We
advertisements.
finally
It's
have a
even
bus
an
route
international
too.
After
airport.
5,000 episodes, Winter of Passion is still going strong.
Have you heard 5,000 episodes in the meanwhile of Winter of Passion? That is amazing. I mean, I don't know how they do it. They still keep it strong and very
What do you
interesting
think
and
about
just,
heading
yeah,
to the beach
amazing.
tomorrow? I'm off at work at 4 o'clock.
So,
that sounds
here
like
we
a
have
nice
a
idea,
very
but
tight
I'll
road.
have to see if I still fit into my swimsuit.
And now we're going to leave the airport. There's this road is why there is no traffic, because this is only for public transport. So nobody else may go there. As you can see, there's a huge parking lot over there. The parking lot is for the cars, and of course everybody of the visitors at the airport has to park there and also use this small road over there instead of the big one, or instead of the one that goes directly in front of the terminal like we just did. So there is another question whether or not the map extension is part of the console version. It definitely will be. So it will come out slightly later in the year, but it will come to console for certain. Also, I have time for another question. Do all the objectives need to be completed in the main game before you can use this map extension? So if you follow the missions, then yes, but of course there is the sandbox mode. So with the sandbox mode you have immediate access to everything in the map extension. So you can, yeah, drive wherever in Kerststadt and visit any kind of airport
Yesterday
and whatnot.
was perfect. We spent the afternoon at the Lido, and then
Also,
all
there
night
was a
at the old
question
sawmill.
whether or not there is a patch also coming out.
I had
Yes,
to
there is
work
too.
yesterday.
So in the build that we will be so at the same time as we are releasing the map extension, there will also be a patch released for the main game, which covers several of the community found bugs. And there is a lot more to come still. So as said, there is this public roadmap available on Trello for everybody. Look at it, there's a lot more features coming to the bus simulator, so we will keep updating the game as we did before. So whether or not there will be any kind of crossplay. The crossplay, I assume you mean, there's two meanings to that in my eyes. One meaning is whether or not you can play multiplayer between consoles once they release and PC. That won't be possible. And the other question is crossplay, if you can multiplayer this DLC map. Yes, you can. And there is the big advantage again that only one person needs to own the DLC. When they play together, the other person is able to drive on any route through the DLC area that is there, just not being able to edit any route through the DLC area. There's another question: what you have to do to enter the raffle for the 3 keys that we have ongoing right now. All you need to do is watch the stream and basically be there until the very end of the stream, where we will announce the winners. So now we are approaching Miller's Road, and this is a very cool site here, because there's an airplane. Where is the airplane? Oh, come on, where is the airplane? No!
Very punctual.
Let me check where the airplane is. There it is! There it goes down! I hope it lands safely. Yeah, I hope it lands safely. It will work out. It will work out for the best. So, all the passengers go off. I don't need you anymore, as they already paid their dues. And yeah, there is also this nice alpine houses and basically hotels, kinda. Bed and breakfast, if you will. And those are very typical for the area here. And they're also very beautifully sculpted. Also, if you listen closely to what the passengers have to say, you might discover one secret or another about maybe some ongoing feud between some families there. But you know, that is for you to find out. So, yet another question. Will the map extension be able to add to the current companies, or will you have to start a new one? No, everything you have to do is only continue with the save game you have. So whether or not you create a new one or you continue your old one, it will be available. So nothing special to do here, you can just continue playing. As there is even a lot more missions coming with this DLC, you can just continue, so to say, the storyline of the game. Are there some Easter eggs placed in the map extension too? Well, why would I spoil that? Let's say we continued the same road as we took so far. So, now we come to Windfield West. So, this is the road towards Sonnstein. Sonnstein is our alpine
Right on time.
village, which you can see up there, like right above the bus. You can see a couple of buildings peeking through. That is where Sonnstein is. So we still have some height to cover. And now we're on our way again. So beautiful alpine scenery. I like it a lot. And the animals and the forest, yeah. I mean, there's another nice detail about the Winter of Passion show in this passenger comment, but yeah, I'll let you find out all about it. See this cool Huff Tunnel? I love it. No, of course. Too much sightseeing is bad for business. So there is another question on the stream. So what is included in this DLC? I can quickly show you. So this is the old area, the main game area, and down there you have the new area. Basically there is Kerststadt on one hand, then the airport, then some hard to drive streets, especially in the serpentine areas, also this Huff Tunnel, and then up there our alpine village, the Sonnstein. But now let's continue with this. So here we pick up some more passengers. Oh, come on. So passengers, please hop on. I am very early,
Right
like
on time.
50 seconds before I was due. So this is like to be complimented, sirs. Thank you very much. I think it's about time we did some ticket inspection.
Of
So
course. Here
yes,
you go.
he has some
Hold on.
ticket inspection.
Here you go. Where is it? Ah,
Yes, he has also some
Where
ticket.
is it?
Nice
Sure.
tickets, nice
Here's
tickets,
the ticket.
nice
And
ticket,
here's the-
Sure.
Here,
nice.
here you go.
Oh, that's disappointing. I wanted to fetch my 120 bucks. But, well, next time. I'll get you. Fair dodges. So, how can you activate the game in the DLC is another question. So, it's actually very easy. All you need to do is once you bought it, it's basically active. That's pretty much it. There is in Steam, there is also a little bit of checkbox. It's usually automatically on, but in case you ever turn it off, you can just recheck it in the library and it's active again. So now let's continue driving a little bit in the ego perspective. We're driving a MAN bus, the A47. I really like that one as it's very nimble, quite short, especially great for these mountain roads, and it still has an awesome sound. I like the MAN sound inside. It's very, yeah, I like it. So here we can see very far. That was actually one of our main goals in the game. We wanted to have an extension, a map extension, where you could feel how far you can watch and look, basically. Here we have one of these very nice alpine hotels that I was talking about, with the flowers and the wood and everything.
You're coming to the party at the old sawmill, right? Sure thing.
So yeah, I like it a lot. Let's open the driver window for a little bit fresh air. Ooh, that's still a feature I love. Hear the difference? Like open window, closed window, open window, closed window. It's amazing. So our sound designer really went crazy on this stuff. So that, like, when you open doors or windows or whatever, the whole sound changes. I mean, we had to do so many sound samples for this. You wouldn't believe, but this is really fun. So now we are entering the serpentine areas and then soon the Huff Tunnel, which I like very much because it gives you a new feeling. It's just very typical again for the Alpine regions. I don't know if you guys have it also in other cities, but it's really oh, I have to be careful. Look more at the street. So here we are. So here we are in the Huff Tunnel. Why did we choose a Huff Tunnel? Just because it's way cooler this way, because you can still look out the area, see super far, and basically, yeah, have a nicer visual experience, I would say. Also, again, it's very typical for these regions, so it's a great thing to have. And here we already see some of the buildings up in Sonnstein, and we are approaching our final destination. No pun intended. So here we are. I have another question. Did you fix that passengers did not sit down properly? Yes, we fixed that. That was a very nasty bug. Sorry about that, guys, but we finally fixed it. And also there was a weird collider issue in harbor. That is, of course, fixed as well. So here we are entering Sonnstein, and as you can see, this looks entirely different. New style of buildings, new type of basically layout. Ooh, there we see, oh, the plane is disappearing in the clouds. It's amazing. I love our tech artist. Arcos did that. He's one of our tech artist guys, and he is super awesome. I mean, him and Jerry did pretty much all this cool fancy visual stuff. Whoa, that was my last stop. Nobody to tell me anything about it. Oh, now I have to backpack. Fortunately, there's nobody behind me. So, let's have them get off. Here we are, people. Get off. Enjoy. It's a very beautiful day today. So, shoot me any questions if you feel there is anything I did not say. Oh, okay. 6 collisions. This is really bad. But yeah, you know, this is just, yeah, text and drive, not a good idea. So, here we are. And now we check out other areas. So, now you saw basically a quick look at some of the areas in the new DLC. There is like Kerststadt, which there is a lot more to explore than what you've seen just now. The airport, of course, the in-between areas, we never checked out this area yet. And Sonnstein, of course, I just wanted you to have a little glimpse there. And now I would like to show you how you can reach the DLC areas from the main map. So we will start here at the harbor area and go up to Kerststadt. So let's do that. There was a question why I don't use a steering wheel. Yes, I wanted to, but I kinda screwed up on this one and didn't have it there in time. So I myself also like a lot playing with the with the keyboard, because especially when doing a stream, it's very
It's way too
convenient
hot
to
outside.
switch. So,
I was way too late at the old sawmill.
so there was another question about the console. Thank you for the kind way of putting it. Sorry if I ask it like literally everyone here, but
I haven't
how
seen
is the
Stefan
console
in a
edition
while.
going?
Is he still sick?
No, he's sick again.
Stefan is sick again. Those of you who play Basim 18 know what we're talking about. So, the console edition. Yes, we're on it, and yes, it's in a very good shape already. We
Winter
showed it
of
off
Passion.
already
Such
at
a
PAX
great
East, for
series.
instance,
Do you think Hans
and
will ever
even
come back?
at other conventions. So some of you might already have had the chance to test it out, but it's a very complex thing to do. I mean, unfortunately, it's not as easy as, yep, now we just released the same game to
Just
consoles.
one more workday and I'm
Consoles
off.
have a lot of particularities that you need to consider. Also different hardware, different input schemes, so to say, and all that takes time to set up. So yes, we are very much on it, but we're not entirely there yet, but we're looking very good. So we will release in summer this year. So it should be really soon, hopefully. So let's now drive.
Looks so romantic.
I'm just using the emergency brakes here all the time because, yeah, I just don't want to hit him. So let's move towards the highway, because the highway is our way. Ha, right. No, the highway is our way to Kerststadt. That was the part that was fended off or fenced off in the main game, and now we expanded on that road that previously led into nowhere, or would have led into nowhere, and now there is Kerststadt and the entire Alpine region. So let's go. If you have any more questions, please let me know, and as a reminder, there's the raffle going on. Just
I
stay
forgot to
as a
water my
viewer
plants.
within the stream until the very end, and we will announce, or I'll announce actually, the winners. So here, I love this view. I just love this view because you can see everywhere. It's really nice. I like it a lot. So this curve always gets me, so let me be careful here. So let's drive again a little bit in the cockpit view. Okay, thank you. So I can actually get in there. And now you will soon see where the new map part starts. So this is still the main map, and usually would have had to turn around here. But now we can continue towards the south and reach the new regions. So here we are on the new roads already, along the coastline. And again, this is a very good job that the tech artists and level designers did here. I really like how they were able to capture the spirit again of the main map, make something different out of it, and add this to the main game seamlessly. So here we go into Kerststadt. There we can already see some towers, and I really like this. So another question. Are there any new bus DLC planned? Yes, indeed. Check out the roadmap. There is a public roadmap about that. There is more things coming. So new buses and also a lot of new features that will come for free. Like, for instance, one thing that we heard about is the multiplayer issues, that if you play in public games, if you play in public games, that there's some trolls about that start deleting stuff, but there will be an update for that, so we can actually grant rights to various players, so this cannot happen anymore. So, guys and girls, please get in. Here we are in Kerststadt. Let's zoom out again to see a little bit more. So, next stop is the Kerststadt Church, which you'll see is different. So here we have a very nice place, and I like the view a lot. I mean, there is also a park in the center of town, not the central park, of course, which I like a lot too. Just very, very nicely arranged. So, who of you guys remembers about Stefan's illness? Oh, now it will show who played Bus Simulator 18 a lot. In any case, the story about Stefan continues, because as I said, there is a lot more voice lines for the passengers now, so there will be a lot more variety now in the game. I mean, we added, I think, 400 more, so yeah, that's quite substantial. Whoa! How could you cut me? Okay, he was coming from, yeah, he kinda had the right of way, but yeah, you know. So here you can see the Rathaus of Kerststadt. Very nice building. Whoa, sorry, too much sightseeing again. This is not how you drive a bus. So let's go there and stop at our next stop. Here we have the Kerststadt Church, the nice main plaza. Ooh, and the wheelchair driver.
Right on time. Thank you.
So
I
as
love
you can
this
see,
sunny weather.
there this nice park area.
Hello.
And the handicapped person needs a ramp, of course.
The weather is just lovely.
So let's get started. And we continue our road to the Unger Road. Did you actually know, fun fact, that all the street names, all the locations are inspired by the names of people who were involved in the development of this game. So here we actually try to credit them a little bit. For instance, Gideon Unger is one of our programmers. This is the Unger Road that we're approaching now. So we're now 20 minutes away from the Bus Simulator map extension DLC release. And also, of course, the announcement of who the winners are of the ongoing raffle. Just stay at the end of this. Just stay until the end of the stream, and we will announce them among all the viewers, among all the streams. So, approaching, I think, our final destination again.
I need help
Stop.
getting off.
Yes, of course you need help to get off. I will deploy the ramp. The ramp is deployed. Please, sir, take the ramp. Ooh, we should actually check tickets first. Oh, now it's too late. They already left. Ooh, no, no, no. How did that happen? People, get off the bus. Okay, so here we are with our 2 collisions only. I did improve. Less looking at sites and other stuff, and more looking at the street. That always pays off. So then I would say this was one part. So basically one side to get into the map extension area, which is this entire area down here. And this is basically from the harbor over the highway up into Kerststadt, along the river, along the coastline, of course. And here are panoramic roads at the Tyson Planetarium. That is something you could have experienced before, like in our first drive. And now we'll check out the other side and come in from Westfield through this very rocky region up into Sonnstein. So, should I go with the A47 again? I just really like this bus. So let's go with this. So here we go. First stop. Oh, coming up.
Next stop, Westfield, Wanderboot Road.
So too much braking. So other question was how big is the development team behind this game? So it's depends on the phase of the project, of course. At peak times we were like 12. And yeah, basically it took us for the main game about 2 years to get done. And now this map extension took us another 7-8 months. And that was mostly 4 people. Next, of course, to the live team, who does take care of different patches, the new features that have been released, and the bug fixes that have been released towards the PC build, because, of course, we didn't want to stop pushing those updates just for the sake of a map extension. I mean, I personally, as a gamer, also don't appreciate that, so I really appreciate developers who just maintain and continue to develop for their game, and that is what we try to deliver here. I mean, constantly improving it, taking your feedback into consideration, and of course, also adding more content that wasn't planned initially. Like this map DLC. So here we are having a nice view at the mountain side of things. So we have the nice rocks here, we have the backdrop mountains there, and we are now climbing up towards where Sonnstein is located. Ooh. Oh, my passengers are really quiet today. I'd have expected more of them to comment my driving, but maybe I'm just driving so super smooth they all fall asleep. So there's another question. Will there be more stations like Central Bus Station with more than one stop to place? Yes, the airport is actually such a station. I've actually driven there before. And had to stop, I think, at platform 1 back then. So... Whoa, why did he overtake me if he couldn't finish the job? Don't do this.
Not made for this weather.
Ah, okay, there's somebody who doesn't like heat, it seems, because it's very sunny outside. So come on, people, get on.
Nice day.
Can I suggest we hire a new driver? Thank you very much for these kind words. So bus sim, good. Extension looks amazing. Bus, good. Driver, yes. I am inclined to take this personally, honestly. Thank you very much. So now I feel downed here. Like being bullied in your own stream. That's really something, guys. There hurts my feelings, like right here. But you know what you take for the team. Yes, I could drive better if I didn't read comments like this that challenged me emotionally so hard that it's really hard to see the lines and the markings on the street through all the tears through my eyes. So please stop that. Here you go. We have a very nice view, and up there's already the chapel of Sonnstein, and back there we are reaching the Huff Tunnel, maybe, but we are taking a different route. It's so much amazing. So we are taking a different route this time, the by far more challenging route. Please, dear truck, take the turn and let me pass. Will there be a double-decker bus added to this game? That is to be seen. Since you might know, we have agreements with all the license holders that you find in game. It's not as easy for us to just say, well, we like that bus, we are gonna put it. We have to basically talk to MAN, Mercedes, and so on, get their green light, for so to say, and contracts in place, all that boring stuff. But in the end, we are then allowed to use these magnificent buses and then have them in game. But we are working on it heavily. So, next question. Will you ever be able to have more than 4 players on your game? For Bus Sim 18? I don't think so. The thing is, it's very much a technical limitation. Think about having this huge map where there is 8 players, so you have to basically, as a server, compute the areas around every one of those 8 players. So your performance might take a nosedive if we did that. And yeah, we from the get-go created the game for 4 players straight. Whoa! What was that? Holy, yeah, Birch. This was very close. I mean, this is a maniac. You could see it in his eyes. This was like, whoa. My heart stopped there for a minute. So, let's take a look again. This is again a very... come on, people, you have to wait a little bit. This is just a very cool place to, yeah, take a walk, take a stroll. Just because I really like this area where, I mean, as you can see, this has been thought of every detail, and there is places there. Opala. I didn't want to put your little cups down, and there, ooh, there seems to be a big tourist group heading towards my bus. I will be faster. I won't want to carry as many people, otherwise the bus gets so heavy and I cannot crawl up the slope anymore. There is more questions. Let me get to the bus first. Ooh, we could check the tickets too. Like ticket. Okay. Okay. Block me if you will. I am continuing down the road. Other questions. Something about new buses. How old are you? Is that really? Am I driving so bad? This is... I have a driver's license, thank you very much, and I am 31 to be precise. So, something about new buses. Yes, there is new buses coming. Now I need to concentrate a little bit. Check out the roadmap, because on the roadmap, again, no pun intended, on the roadmap you will see a lot of what we plan to do in the future. And if you have suggestions, please drop us a line or write a thread in Steam forums. We check those regularly. Another question, what about the bug fixing?
I hope I'll be
Whoa,
able to
very hard
successful
curves,
way.
just really quick. Let me drive this curve first. So now we're entering Kerststadt, Sonnstein from the other side. What about the bug fixing? There are so many very bad hitboxes in the current map. A building has a hitbox with a block half of the road. Please report stuff like that if you find it. But of course, we are very much interested in fixing the bugs. And we fixed actually a lot of them. This patch that will be released together with this DLC contains a lot of bug fixes, some of which were found through you guys in the community. That is super helpful. Of course, we have intensive QA on it as well, but it's always super helpful to get the actual feedback and the pain points of you guys who play the game a lot more. So last stop here in this beautiful town where I would want to live. So this is really, really nice. I just like the vibrancy of the colors. I'm driving, so the question is whether or not I'm driving with mouse and keyboard or steering wheel. To my shame, I admit I drive with mouse and keyboard. So okay, then we are done with our third route already. We have now 9 minutes to cover still, because then the big moment arises where we announce the raffle winners, of course, and even bigger, we announce we release actually. So there is people downstairs who then will press the button and release the game to you guys with the new map DLC. So what do you guys want to drive next? Maybe some more of Kerststadt? I mean, we can just do this route again and then drive around in Kerststadt some more. Let's go with Star Arcade, just because I like this Star Arcade too. So we don't feature only one bus. Ooh, I very much like this interior design. Very prestige-y. Yes. So here we go. Let's get rocking. Are all the new bus stops reachable with a bendy bus? Yes, but you will have to drive very well. Will you ever be able to use more than 2 characters for the route numbers? If that is something that is super important to you guys, please let us know, because that is something we can definitely put on our roadmap. Right now you can't, but there is nothing prohibiting us for doing that later on. So also, I just recalled, there will be an amazing opportunity for those who just don't have the bus simulator yet, as we will also start a week-long sale. So if you have a friend, get your friend and have him buy the bus simulator so you can play together on the DLC. And as said, only one of you has to have the DLC for both of you to be able to drive through the DLC maps. All the other person cannot do is basically not edit and create new routes in the DLC area. That has to be done by those players who own the DLC. But everything else works. So in any case, we have a sale, 40% off the main game. So I highly recommend you guys get it while it lasts. Or, I mean, especially your friends. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos and actually played the game myself with a couple of friends, and that is hilariously awesome. I mean, you can then go along and do ticket inspection while the other player drives. Then once he gets out to to handle in-bus event or something, you just hop in and steal the bus from him, which is always fun. But in any case, you can also build up together your company and have yeah, an amazing time together. So here we are, and again this very, very nice view.
You really need to see the view, Ganadon.
So there is another question. In game you always have to adjust the curve preview. Would it ever change that the curve preview is standard on? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. I mean there is the curve view feature where it looks, the camera turns into the curve when you're steering curves into curves. That one can be enabled and tweaked in the options. Basically you can say how much you want this to happen. I'm not entirely sure that's what you mean. So now re-entering Kerststadt, now with the Citaro K. 4 more minutes, and in 2 minutes I'll talk about the Raffle Winners. Then we will check all the streams, check through all the people watching, and select 3 people, 3 watchers, 3 viewers who will get a key for the map DLC for free. Just make sure that you stay around so we can contact you actually with your winning. Oh, here we go. And there is Kerststadt Church.
Next stop,
So,
Kerststadt Church.
hello people.
Hey.
Hey, bye bye. I like this chopper. Okay. Let's move forward. 3 minutes until the release of the bus simulator. Oh, there was a pothole. So Kerststadt dormitory, but actually I am in a very rebellious mood. I would just drive the other way, just so you can see a little bit more about Kerststadt. So again, we try to capture this feeling of having a modern village or city next to this smaller, or next to the main city, which has this historical district. This one should not have this historical district. Instead, it's like a mixture between the between the historical buildings, the residential building, the super modern buildings. So it provides a completely different vibe. So we have selected the 3 raffle winners of today. And those are on Steam, GeForce 008. Congratulations, you won a bus simulator map extension DLC key for free. On Facebook, Oliver Kirkby. So again, stay tuned and wait until we contact you so you can claim your prize. And on Twitch _HFH. You won a nice Steam key for this DLC as well. And in 1 more minute we are gonna release the game. And then it will be available to you all for exploring Kerststadt. I can show you again. Exploring Kerststadt, the airport, the countryside, the harsh serpentines that are hard to drive here, and then Sonnstein, our alpine village up there. So I hope you enjoyed this stream. I really thank you for watching. And again, we are very much open to any kind of feedback. So if you have bugs, please let us know. You have helped us already tremendously in the past. We've implemented a lot of the fixes that you provided, and also the suggestions that you make are heard. We put them onto our roadmap, and we will take care of those. And again, for the console version, I know every one of you is super eager to finally get it in their hands. PS4 and Xbox One is coming, but please be patient a little while longer. In summer, we will release the version. And once we know for sure, we will of course share the date. So, in that spirit, this is Kerststadt and this is Julian Mautner from Still Alive Studios. I hope you enjoyed it. Now we are going live with the Steam version of the Bus Simulator official map extension here in the middle of Kerststadt. It's wonderful. It's amazing. Thank you. Over and out.